Hello, I'm attorney Scott Lesowitz, and I'm filming in front of a green screen courthouse because the judge in the Brett Favre defamation lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe has dismissed the case with prejudice. Ouch! So on May 3rd, 2023, Sharpe filed a motion to dismiss Favre's complaint on the grounds that even if everything that Favre alleged in the complaint were true, Favre still loses as a matter of law. These are tough motions to win because generally all allegations in the complaint are accepted as true. And yet Favre has still found a way to manage to lose this thing. While Favre can appeal if he wants to extend this public embarrassment out even further, the proceedings are over at the trial court level. And so it's very quick background, or I guess probably a refresher for the vast majority of you. As part of a broader alleged welfare fraud scandal, Mississippi alleged that Favre, who I believe is best known for his appearance in the movie There's Something About Mary, improperly received $1.1 million in funds meant for welfare purposes in exchange for some promo work, which Favre did repay. He did repay that $1.1 million that went to him personally. But Mississippi also alleges that Favre acted improperly in having $5 million of money intended for welfare to go to the construction of a volleyball stadium at the University of Southern Mississippi, and the state is suing to get those funds back. So Favre sued Sharpe over statements that Sharpe made in a segment of Undisputed that, back when he was on that program. I do emphasize here that Favre denies all wrongdoing against him. He has not been found guilty or liable of anything. I also have no inside or personal information of anything. And maybe Shannon Sharpe is the one committing welfare fraud. I have no reason to think so, no possible reason at all. But it would be the ultimate twist and make for some good videos for me. So I pointed out in earlier videos that Favre's complaint seemed to be too narrow, as it only focused on 3 allegedly defamatory statements. And I thought those statements seemed to be hyperbolic opinions, kind of like claiming that a nasal spray cures concussions. So it seemed to me that the complaint did not highlight Shannon Sharpe's statement that would have had the highest likelihood of being found defamatory, and that is this statement in which Sharpe seems to incorrectly assert that Favre had not repaid the principal of the $1.1 million that went to him personally.
Right, and he won't even pay the 1.1 back. He won't even pay the interest on the money.
Right, it's 228.
Well, the judge picked up on this. The judge in the order granting the motion to dismiss stated, quote, Favre brings this action solely against Sharpe based on the following 3 statements made during the segment, as pled in the complaint. First, the problem that I have with this situation, you've got to be a sorry mofo to steal from the lowest of the low. And second, Brett Favre is taking from the underserved. And third, Favre stole money from people that really needed that money. So the judge correctly acknowledged that one cannot be sued for defamation for merely expressing an opinion, but that sometimes an opinion can imply an assertion of fact that may be defamatory. But the judge looked just at those 3 statements highlighted in the complaint and found that the language was hyperbolic, non-literal, and he also noted that viewers were informed that Favre had not been charged with a crime. For example, the judge's order states, quote, here, no reasonable person listening to the broadcast would think that Favre actually went into the homes of poor people and took their money, that he committed the crime of theft/larceny against any particular poor person in Mississippi. Sharpe's comments were made against the backdrop of long-standing media coverage of Favre's role in the welfare scandal and the state's lawsuit against Favre. Listeners would have recognized Sharpe's statements as rhetorical hyperbole. So let's recap here. Brett Favre sued Pat McAfee for defamation. Favre wound up dismissing that lawsuit in exchange for no payment and some benign statement from McAfee basically saying that he had no inside information about Favre, which of course no one thought, and that he respected Favre as a football player. So, BFD. And Favre has now lost his lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe hard. So I feel the need to leave you all with kind of an I told you so to Favre's attorney. So here is a clip of Favre's attorney on an interview program shortly after the lawsuits were filed, and the reaction I had to it shortly thereafter.
Well, I guarantee you the jury in Mississippi will make certain he learns how to apologize. It's going to cost Pat McAfee millions of dollars. And if it bankrupts him, then he will have learned his lesson.
Quite something. I got to say, when Brett Favre loses his lawsuit, which he almost assuredly will, Brett Favre's attorney is going to look really, really bad here.